ਸਹਿਸਰ ਦਾਨ ਦੇ ਇੰਦਰ ਰੋਆਇਆ, ਪਰਸਰਾਮ ਰੋਵੈ ਘਰ ਆਇਆ। ਹੁਕਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਪੇਜ 953-954, ਅੰਗ 953, 954। ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਫਸਟ। ਸਹਿਸਰ ਦਾਨ ਦੇ ਇੰਦਰ ਰੋਆਇਆ, ਪਰਸਰਾਮ ਰੋਵੈ ਘਰ ਆਇਆ। ਅਜੇ ਸੋ ਰੋਵੈ ਭੀਖਿਆ ਖਾਏ, ਐਸੀ ਦਰਗਹਿ ਮਿਲੈ ਸਜਾਏ। ਰੋਵੈ ਰਾਮ ਨਿਕਾਲਾ ਪਿਆ, ਸੀਤਾ ਲਖਮਨ ਵਿਛੜ ਗਿਆ। ਰੋਵੈ ਦੈ ਸਿਰ ਲੰਕ ਗਵਾਏ, ਜਿਨ ਸੀਤਾ ਆਂਦੀ ਡਾਰੂ ਵਾਏ। ਰੋਵੈ ਪਾਂਡਵ ਭੈ ਮਜੂਰ, ਜਿਨ ਕੇ ਸੁਮੀ ਰਹਿਤ ਹਦੂਰ। ਰੋਵੈ ਜਨਮੇਜਾ ਖੋਇ ਗਿਆ, ਏਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਪਾਪੀ ਭਇਆ। ਰੋਵੈ ਸੇਖ ਮਸਾਇਕ ਪੀਰ, ਅੰਤ ਕਾਲ ਮਤ ਲਾਗੈ ਪੀੜ। ਰੋਵੈ ਰਾਜੇ ਕੰਨ ਪੜਾਏ, ਕਰ ਕਰ ਮੰਗੈ ਭੀਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ। ਰੋਵੈ ਕਿਰਪਨ ਸੰਚੈ ਧਨ ਜਾਏ, ਪੰਡਤ ਰੋਵੈ ਗਿਆਨ ਗਵਾਏ। ਬਾਲੀ ਰੋਵੈ ਨਾਇ ਪਤਾਰ, ਨਾਨਕ ਦੁਖੀਆ ਸਭ ਸੰਸਾਰ। ਮੰਨੇ ਨਾਉ ਸੋਈ ਜਿਨ ਜਾਏ, ਔਰੀ ਕਰਮ ਨ ਲੇਖੈ ਲਾਏ। Slok Mahalla first. In this slok, Guruji reveals an interesting facet of God's play and tells us how not only ordinary human beings but even the great kings and gods cry and suffer in pain on one account or another. Therefore, we should not cry and complain when we have to face some difficult times. He also tells us who those persons are who win the game of life and therefore depart feeling happy from this world. Guruji quotes many stories from Hindu mythology to make his point. He says, "O my friends, sage Gautam made God Indra cry by cursing him with 1,000 vagina marks on his body for deceptively raping Gautam's wife. The great Brahman Parsuram, who enraged by the death of his son at the hands of a Khatri warrior, started to destroy the entire warrior race, came home crying when God Ramchandra divested him of all his power." Similarly, Ajay, grandfather of God Ram, cried when he had to eat the dung himself that he had given away in charity. Such is the punishment meted in God's court. Next, referring to the legend of Ramayana about the story of God Ramchandra, who was exiled for 14 years, Guruji says, "O my friends, even God Ram wept when he was exiled and when he was separated from his dear wife Sita and brother Lakshman. Similarly, the 10-headed king Ravan, who had kidnapped Ram's wife Sita by posing as a mendicant begging for food while beating a small handheld drum, cried when in a battle with Ramchandra he lost the kingdom of Lanka." Next, Guruji quotes from the legend of Mahabharat. Guruji says, "The Pandavas, who always had their master Krishna in their company, wailed when from kings they became day laborers. Similarly, King Janameja, who had mistakenly killed 18 Brahmins, cried for being strayed and unknowingly killing many Hindu priests, and for this one mistake became a sinner." After quoting from legends, Guruji now gives examples from ordinary life and describes how people who, even though holding positions of respect and honor, cry for one reason or other. He says, "O my friends, even the sheikhs, that is Muslim saints, seers and peers, Muslim holy men, grieve in the fear of pain at the time of death. Many kings weep when they get their ears torn off to become yogis and have to go to beg alms from door to door. Misers cry when they see the amassed wealth going away. Pandits weep when they lose their knowledge. A young bride weeps when she finds that her dear spouse is not with her. In short, O Nanak, the entire world is in pain. Only the one who believes in God's name departs after winning the game of life. Any other deed is not approved in God's court. Stanza 1. महला दूजा जप तप सब किछ मनिए अवर कारां सब बाद नानक मनिया मनिए बुझिए गुरु प्रसाद. Mahalla 2. Guruji concluded the previous slok with the remark that only the one who believes in God's name departs after winning the game of life. Naturally, the question arises, what about other deeds like worship, penance and austerities? Guruji answers, O my friends, the merits of all kinds of worships, penance and austerities are automatically included in believing and meditating on God's name. All other deeds are futile. O Nanak, only the one who believes in God's name is recognized in God's court. But it is only by Guru's grace that we understand this concept. Stanza 2. पौड़ी काया हंस थुर मेल करतै लिख पाया सब में गुप्त वरतदा गुरमुख प्रगटाया गुण गावै गुण उचरै गुण माहे समाया सच्ची बानी सच है सच मेल मिलाया सब किछ आपे आप है आपे दे वड्याई. पौड़ी. In the previous slok, Guruji concluded that only the one who believes in God's name is recognized in God's court. But it is only by Guru's grace that we understand this concept. In this body, he expands on this concept. He tells how our body and soul are connected and how our soul can be united with God and merge in Him. He says, O my friends, the Creator has preordained union between the soul and the body. He pervades invisibly in all, but reveals Himself through the Guru. The one who sings and utters God's merits is absorbed in those merits themselves. Through the true immaculate word of the Guru, such a person becomes embodiment of the eternal God Himself. In this way, the true Guru brings about that person's union with the eternal God. So we should always remember that God Himself blesses one with honor of His union. Body 14. The message of this Shabad is that if we look back into history, we find that even the great kings and gods could not escape the punishment and had to repent and cry for their mistakes. The fact is that people keep crying on one account or the other. Only those who meditate on God's name depart from this world as happy winners and obtain honor in God's court. So if we want to ensure that our soul, when separated from our body, is united with God, then instead of any ritualistic worship or austerities, we should meditate on God's name with true love and devotion. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. SGGS 953-954. Thank you.